There's a certain stillness in late October, a hush that falls when the harvest ends, when the air grows sharp and the nights stretch long. The world seems to hold its breath. Fires flicker against the dark, and across many lands, people prepare for what feels like a passage between seasons, and perhaps, between worlds. Long before Halloween filled the streets with masks and laughter, this night belonged to the Celts. They called it Samhain, the festival marking the death of summer and the birth of winter, when the veil between the living and the dead was said to thin. In that fragile space, spirits could wander freely, visiting the homes of the living. The Celts lit great fires on hilltops to guide kind spirits home and to keep the darker ones away. They wore masks not for entertainment, but to conceal themselves from restless souls. When Christianity spread through Celtic lands, it sought not to erase these customs but to reshape them. The Church placed All Saints' Day on the 1st of November and All Souls' Day on the 2nd, turning Samhain's night into All Hallows' Eve, the eve before the holy days. The pagan fires became candles, the feasts for the dead became prayers, the fear of wandering spirits softened into remembrance of departed souls. Over centuries, the rituals adapted again, traveling across continents and evolving into the Halloween we know, part sacred, part play, a night of laughter shadowed by something ancient. Yet across the ocean, another culture was preparing for the same threshold, in its own, deeply spiritual way. In pre-Columbian Mexico, death was not the end, but a continuation of life's great circle. The Aztecs believed the souls of the departed lived on in Mictlan, the underworld, and once each year they could return to visit their families. When Spanish missionaries arrived, they brought their own days of remembrance, All Saints and All Souls. Rather than replacing the native customs, the two merged. Thus was born Dia de los Muertos, a fusion of indigenous and Christian belief, still alive today. During Dia de los Muertos, it is said the dead come home. Families welcome them with ofrendas, altars adorned with marigolds, candles, water and the favorite dishes of those who've passed. The scent of copal incense guides the spirits, the flowers mark their path and the living share laughter and song with their unseen guests. It is not mourning but reunion, not fear but joy, a celebration that honors memory both on earth and in the afterlife. Remembering the dead, they believe, keeps the soul alive in both realms. In our globalized world, these two ancient traditions, Halloween and Dia de los Muertos, have grown tangled in the public eye. Sugar skulls appear next to pumpkins and skeletons cross cultures without meaning. Yet beneath the surface, their roots speak of something profound. Both remind us that we are part of a larger rhythm, that life and death are not enemies but companions, that remembrance connects generations, that light still burns in darkness. Halloween, in its truest sense, is not merely about fright. It is about facing what lies beyond, the mystery that humbles us. Dia de los Muertos, in its truest sense, is about love that endures even past the grave. One night opens the door to the unknown, the other welcomes those who step through it. And so, as the end of October draws near and candles flicker in windows once more, remember this: every flame, every offering, every smile behind a painted skull or a carved lantern, carries the same message, that we have not forgotten. Because when we honor the dead, we affirm life. When we light a candle, we echo the fires of our ancestors. And when we celebrate between the worlds, in fear, in faith, in laughter, we remember who we are.